How things went?
It was pretty good. A lot of up and down, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, just competitive stuff.
Was there anything in particular you were trying to showcase today that you feel like you did a good job with?
Just competitive nature, battling each possession, and just playing my game.
Your dad played in the NBA for the Wolves for a little bit. Your sister plays in the WNBA. What kind of influence have they had as you get ready to begin your career?
A pretty big influence. Obviously trying to follow my dad's footsteps and my sister's too. So, just keeping my path going.
Is there anything in particular you've taken from their careers that you kind of try and embody into yours as you get ready to go to the NBA?
Nothing particular. They give me tips on certain things here and then, but I just keep going.
How's this whole pre-draft process going? It's kind of get easier and easier as you work out for teams, but obviously the travel and going different places has got to be kind of taxing a little bit, I would say.
It's tough. It's a lot of traveling, a lot of workouts, but you just got to look at it as an opportunity, and go showcase your talent.
Workout with the Hornets. Was your take on how things went for you today?
It went well. Enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Was it like you went to school down in South Carolina? It kind of feel good to be kind of working out for a team that I guess would be considered your hometown team here in Charlotte?
Yeah. Since in South Carolina we don't have like an NBA team, the Hornets is pretty much like the home team. So it's like an hour 15 away from the campus, so it feels like home.
For those that don't know your game, what is something that stands out about how you play?
My defense, and I'm not limited, so I can shoot the ball from mid-range, three-point, and take it to the basket.
You've had quite a journey to get to the NBA. You've gone from Gabon to New Jersey down to South Carolina. Have you kind of thought about what this whole trip has been like, or this whole journey has been like you now that you're kind of doing NBA workouts right now?
It's crazy, thinking about where I come from, like everything I've been through, it's just a blessing. So I just try to enjoy every workout. Every time I step on the court for an NBA team, I just try to give it all.
Just wrapped up with the Hornets. What was your take on today's workout for you?
It was really good. A lot of back and forth, competing. Worked on a lot of 3-on-3 and getting downhill. Just basically trying to stay in front of the ball, communicate, talk, and just have fun with it. Really.
You tested the NBA waters last year and then went back to Nevada. How did that going through that last year kind of set you up for this year?
For sure, it helped a lot. I think a lot of it right now is just a comfortability thing and knowing what to expect. I think, last year I went into it really uptight, serious instead of just having fun like I am this year. I think I'm going into it and just coming here ready to compete. I kind of know what's going on for the most part, and really a lot of these guys that you see all the time, they're pretty much in your workout, so it tends to be the same guys that you see, so you end up forming some relationships even though that you have to compete against those guys. But I think a lot of it right now is just being able to come in different atmospheres and really meet people and just come here and compete and have fun at the same time.
Your brother worked out for the Hornets a couple weeks ago. Did he give you kind of any tips or insights about what to expect here?
Of course. I just came in here to see what his shooting, what he finished at the end. I just wanted to beat him. I think I did win this time, so I came in here, he gave me some tips, and it was a really, really good workout. I think this was my 6th, so I had a lot of fun with this one. There was a lot of competition, up and down, and this one really, it was just like kind of freelancing in a way. They wanted to see how you were playing and communicating on your own, and then basically just talking and communicating on defense. So
always feel good to be back in North Carolina?
Always. Even though you're here for a split second, it's always nice to be home. Charlotte's a really, really nice place, and I enjoy being here. And the staff, really met the staff. I actually had a meeting with them in Chicago, so it was really nice to come here and meet again and see them and just work out for them in person.
Do you allow yourself to dream of the idea of being an NBA player in this city and playing for this team, or do you just, on the workout trail, do you just, I got to go to the next one and do my thing?
Yeah, basically I'm just, enjoying the process, every workout. I would say if that happened, that'd be a blessing, but right now all you can really do is, just try your hardest and compete in every workout and give you 110% and kind of just focus on the next one, just have fun while you're here and focus and lock in while you're here. And basically once it's time to go to the next spot, you do the same thing there. So I can't really dwell on being in North Carolina, being in Charlotte, and hoping that was the case. That'd be awesome if it was. I'd really enjoy playing for Charlotte and being really close to home and just having that kind of support, knowing I'd have a lot of support around here. And but at the end of the day, if I'm fortunate to play here or anywhere else. I think I'd have support no matter where I went. So it's just about the people I have in my circle and basically like people who really support me and want me to do well.
Why was Nevada the better fit for you than NC State?
I think a lot of it was just playing style, and I think that me and my brother both just fit that system a little bit better. I think that us going there, Coach Muss had an NBA kind of play or kind of style, and I don't know, we kind of just clicked as soon as we got there, especially on my sit-out year. We really worked hard, and I think that he saw how much we were bought in, and even when we weren't playing, you know, just being there on our sit-out year and helping coach and whatever the case was, I think that he just saw that we were really invested, and ultimately it just didn't work out for us at North Carolina State. And you know, I enjoyed the opportunity because I have relationships still that are there that'll last a lifetime. So I don't ever regret going to North Carolina State. I had a great time while I was there. It just wasn't the fit for me, and in Nevada, it just happened to be that fit for me.
Daniel just wrapped up draft workout with the Hornets. What'd you take on how things went for you?
I feel like everything went well. You know, it was times where I was somewhat fatigued, but, you know, I fought through that because there's been a lot of times where I've been fatigued throughout my career. And it's been, you know, I just feel like it was, you know, it's a good time for me to learn how to work through fatigue because, you know, teams got to see that I have a motor. And being, you know, caught in, you know, that main thing, fatigue, is something teams ain't going to see. They're not going to see my motor when that thing sets in.
You said at the Combine that you were really happy with how you played there. Things were going really well. Did that kind of like give you a little bit of boost as you get and go into these pre-draft workouts and start moving around a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I had a good feeling at the Combine. I didn't play, so, I mean, I just tested and whatnot. So, I mean, I got a good feel for that. I mean, I should have played at the end of the day. You know, I just seen the guys playing out there, and I had an itch I wanted to play. So, kind of regretted not playing. But, anyway, I still made the decision just go test and stuff because that was the main thing I wanted to do. But, you know, I got a good feel for it. I got some great feedback from a lot of teams, and, you know, I'm here going through the process still, trying to take it as smooth as I possibly can.
Daniel, what do you think is your best attribute to like the NBA?
My best attribute is, you know, being in, you know, pick and roll situations. I mean, it's, you know, I feel like that's, you know, the best thing when it comes to being like a guy my size in the NBA because, you know, you got guards that know how to find bigs on pick and roll situations, running the floor. It's another thing I feel like I bring to it because you got guys like Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert, all the guys like them that know how to run the floor, bigs that can run the floor like a deer. Having bigs like that on the court, that's a real big, you know, advantage to the game because, I mean, if you got a big that can beat everybody down the floor and be the only one down there, that's a pretty big step into the game that you have.
You saw the workout list and you saw that Chris Silva was here too.
I mean, you know, it's a good thing seeing, you know, SEC in the building. It's always good seeing that in the building, you know, so I knew I had to bring it because Chris always brings it, you know, every time. I mean, every time he comes in, it's nothing but energy, you know, whether he's encouraging you or, you know, going after you.
Of all the guys you faced in the league for those 2 years, what was it about him? Where did he kind of rank, I guess?
He was up there in the mix. He was up there in the mix of my you know, best bigs that I ever guarded or ever went against because, I mean, he killed me most games and, you know, we went at it in most games too. And there was sometimes I killed him too. Don't tell him that. But other than that, I mean, you know, he's up there ranked because, I mean, he's a great player. You know, he comes in and he puts in 110% effort every time, so I'm not going to knock his effort at all because he comes in and he has his mindset on the goal and he gets that goal every day.
Who won that matchup today?
I say I did. Don't tell him that though.
The Hornets had some issues defensively this season. What do you think you bring at that end of the court?
My main goal is, you know, have a defensive standpoint on the game. Defense first, offense second. So I'm trying my best to, you know, protect the house, sending everything that tries to come in, out, you know, trying to contain guards if I have to switch on pick and roll situations, being able to move my feet. That's having that defensive standpoint when it comes to it. That's my main focus on everything when it comes to, you know, how I play.
Did you all do much switching at Arkansas?
Yeah, we did. It was at times, you know, we iced. Most of the time we had guards that were shifty and crafty and knew how to get the ball to people like Tremont Waters, for instance. We used to ice him a lot because, you know, the way he played, you know, he found anybody, he had eyes in the back of his head. But most of the guys we switched on them, you know, had to make sure bigs always had to come out, make sure we contain them. We got to switch or hard hedge to where the guards can get back and be able to contain them too.
I just wrapped up draft workout with the Hornets. What was your take on how things went?
It went good today. Just come out here and compete with the other guys is big, and coming out with energy was big for us. So the more energy, the better it is for everybody in the situation.
What is something you were trying to kind of particularly showcase maybe today that you didn't necessarily do during your 3 years at Boston College?
Just show that I can showcase and conduct the ball as a point guard and show that I can make the plays and not that I'm just a scorer, also that I can play defense on-ball defense and off-ball defense.
Does it feel good to be back in your home state?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Love it. I've been waiting to get back, so it's been long. This is my 12th workout, so.
Did you follow the Hornets at all growing up or come to any games down here in Charlotte? I know you're kind of from a little bit of ways away in Havelock.
I came to when it was the Bobcat, so I came when they had DJ Augustine, Jarrell Wallace, so I came when they played Toronto, so that was a good game to come up to. So I've been knew about them every time I got up here, so I was able to come to a game, so that was good for me.
Thought at all about kind of the dynamic, what it would be like to play for the Charlotte team in your home state?
I think it would just be able to come back here would be a great accomplishment for me to come back and play for my hometown. So it's bigger than that.
Kai, you've already done 12.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How? I mean, I was talking to Cam Johnson about this at the Combine, and he was saying that, they really need to think through, he said, he'd love to show himself off to everybody, but they really have to, strike some kind of balance between, am I just exhausting myself for no purpose? What's it like to go through 12 workouts
the biggest thing is taking care of your body at the end of the workout, so getting the cold tub right after this, so that's big for me, but played 40 minutes, so body kind of used to it playing in the ACC, so tough days, so just come out here just to compete and stuff is usually what I do every day.
How many more of these do you have?
I think 6.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
How do these pre-draft workouts help you out, would you say? What do you want to show, and how do they help you out overall as a person?
Just show that I'm able to conduct the offense and just them learning more about me, my personality off the court, so biggest thing, knowing that I'm a good kid off the court and stuff.
You talked about your conditioning, and you played 39, almost 40 minutes a night in BC, so I would imagine running around here, this is pretty old hat for you, isn't it?
Yeah, this is nothing really compared to it, but until the end, just trying to fatigue. When you get fatigued, just fighting through it, so that's the biggest thing.
When you look back at your BC career, obviously you were a leader there. Taking those leadership skills to the next level, is that something you're trying to also show off? And because you say you want to be able to run the offense, that sort of thing, but it's more than that, isn't it?
Yeah, just my energy level, showing that I can lift the guys up even when the workout's hard. So just being able to be that vocal leader helped me transition from my sophomore to my junior year, being the head of the team. So also being able to conduct the players off the court. So it's just big for me.
Kai, where all have you been?
I started off in Atlanta, Brooklyn, Minnesota. Then after Combine, I did Philadelphia, Detroit, went to Utah, OKC, and then after OKC, I went back for my pro day. Dang, back to the pro day, and then I did 3. Now I'm here.
Miye just wrapped up Charlotte Hornets draft workout. What was your take on how things went for you?
I thought it went well. It was a good workout. We went up and down a lot, played a lot of team concepts, individual work, so it was really good. The coaches did a good job of instructing us and getting us better.
From a small school at Yale, you guys played on the national level in the tournament. What were some of the things that you showcased there that you think you're going to kind of set yourself up to be in the NBA?
I think my team and I showcased our athleticism and that we can hang with those guys. And I think we played a lot of big teams this year. We fared pretty well most of the time, and so I just think a lot of my skills will translate. I think I can guard a lot of positions. I can shoot the ball, play make. So I think every team needs a guy that can do a little bit of that. So I hope that team looks at my skills and is able to take a chance on me.
There hasn't been a guy drafted from the Ivy League in almost 25 years. Have you thought about that and what it'd like to be possibly the guy that kind of breaks that trend this year?
Yeah, I mean that would be great. It would be really good for the notoriety of the league, showing us that we have athletes and we have good players too that can play at the next level. I believe that me and a lot of other guys in the league have a chance, and I think that it's just, if I do it first, maybe it'll be a good showcase for the league and it'll give our league a little more attention.
Coming from California, I don't think you had many scholarship offers coming out of college. You ended up at Yale. Have you thought about what it's been like, this whole process, going from kind of unheralded high school recruits now working out for NBA teams?
I think it's been great. It's just part of the journey. I mean, I believe in hard work, and I've worked hard to get here, so it's not really a surprise to me, but I'm just going to keep working hard to get better every day.